is sometimes really hard to find a place to record this. Oh my gosh. And I'm back to where I originally started. So, the comfy pants are back on again because my city is back in lockdown. Supposedly for 3 days, but probably gonna be longer. This is lockdown 2.0. So those of you who've been watching my videos would have known that I found the last lockdown pretty tough. I struggled a lot with depression. My eating disorder was also difficult to deal with. My approach then was to be kind to myself, do the best that I could, and try to lower my expectations, try to go easy on myself. Did it work? No. This time, I'm gonna try a different method. And fingers crossed, I won't struggle so much. I think it is important to be kind to yourself, but I also think it's really easy to let being kind to yourself slip into not challenging yourself so much and just letting things slide a bit and listening to your eating disorder a bit too much rather than going against it, because let's face it, that always feels really hard. But I think Tabitha Farrar has a really good blog post on COVID-19 and eating disorders. There were a lot of messages out there about, this time is really tough for people with eating disorders, etc. Agreed, it is really tough. It's really tough for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons. But that doesn't mean that we can give in to our eating disorders. It doesn't mean that we can resort to eating our safe foods all the time. It doesn't mean that we can stop challenging ourselves, because it is just so easy to slip back into old patterns, to use our eating disorders to cope with the anxiety that's going on, and that's just not going to help. We know that's not going to help, otherwise we would never have started recovery in the first place. So, this time around, I'm going to try and take lockdown as an opportunity to really challenge my remaining fears and really kick my eating disorder to the curb, because there is no point in listening to my eating disorder. My eating disorder is not going to help me cope. I'm just really sick of it, basically. I'm sick of having an eating disorder. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. I want it gone, and I believe that I can fully recover. I believe that you can fully recover, but that does mean I need to put a bit more work into my recovery. I've come a long way, but I'm not fully recovered yet, and that is where I want to get to. So, how are we going to do this? I have already lowered my expectations of my study productivity hugely. If I get study done, great, but recovery comes first. Study is useful for me because it's a good distraction after I've eaten and from that sort of anxiety, but recovery comes first. Most importantly, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat things that scare me. I'm gonna take the opportunity of being in lockdown to eat things that I might not normally have for lunch or breakfast or whatever, because I am at home, I can make things in the kitchen. I don't really have more time, to be honest, but I'm gonna make time because As I said, recovery is the number one priority. I also realized that when challenging myself, that's going to be difficult. I'm going to need to draw on coping skills, not eating disorder coping skills, not compensating, not over-exercising, none of that stuff, because that just reinforces the eating disorder wiring. We're going to use healthy coping skills. So I'm gonna do a lot more journaling. I'm gonna talk to people through messages, not in person, but I'm gonna try and keep myself accountable. I'm lucky that I have regular therapy. I actually have 2 therapists now. That's a story for another day. I'm going to probably increase the number of recovery podcasts that I listen to, probably read some more recovery blogs, watch some more recovery videos, because those are all things that keep me motivated and remind me that I'm doing the right thing by challenging myself when in the moment it feels really wrong. We all know how that feels. I am going to focus on taking care of my mental health as best I can. Sleep, eat, rest, hobbies, journaling, and some. I'm going to try and do lockdown differently and take this as an opportunity to crush my eating disorder. Also feel like this might help me to put a bit of a positive spin on the fact that we're in lockdown again, because let's face it, did not want that to happen. Lockdown is tough. Okay, now I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for lunch, because I've just talked the talk, but I gotta walk the walk, so what's it gonna be? So I just saw that my mum is having a salad. Obviously my mind went to, you could have a salad. I don't want a salad. We're not having a salad. So in moments like this, I think, well, I don't know what I want, but what would I give someone else for lunch? What would I give someone else who is in recovery from an eating disorder for lunch? Like one of you who's watching this video, what would I serve? What's your favorite lunch? You could help me out by telling me. Okay, I'm gonna go ask my dad. And then we're gonna go eat. Okay. So I asked my dad what to have for lunch, and he said leftovers or a salad. Chips, because I feel like I don't have chips enough. I haven't had chips for ages, so yeah. I think I might have put too much spinach in it, but whatever. Actually, it was really good, it was really tasty, but we have a problem. What's for dessert? If I was serving someone else, I would give them something sweet. And we all know I have a sweet tooth, so what's it gonna be? Cookies! Way not as big as I wanted, to be honest. They didn't really spread, but oh well, they'll still be nice. So I just had dinner and I'm gonna have dessert shortly, but I'm gonna actually end this video here because it's getting too long. So I'll record again soon. If you have any ideas for ways that I can challenge myself, feel free to let me know in the comments or send me a message. If everyone's eating disorder is different, so things that are challenging to one person might not be challenging to someone else, but I'm keen to hear suggestions too. And yeah, I'll record again soon. I hope that you are doing okay and fighting your eating disorder. Lots of love to you. Bye.